When I began my studies into pet food nutrition as part of my new book, I just did not realise how much sugar is in our pets' diet. Now, Narelle, as a naturopath and a nutritionist, you must see this in both human and dogs' diets a lot.
Oh, unfortunately I do, and while we might look out for those extra sugars listed in our foods and try and avoid them, many people don't think about the amount of carbohydrates in their dog's diet and how that converts to sugar in the body. And technically, dogs have no requirement for carbohydrates in the same way that they need protein and fats to survive, which is likely why we see such low levels in the ancestral diet. But in an average commercial kibble product, we're seeing anywhere from 30 up to 60% carbohydrate content. And while I'm not anti-carbs, what's really important is for people to understand there is a huge difference in the types of carbohydrates that our dogs are eating and how this influences blood sugar levels.
And so I guess we have the good, the bad and the ugly when it comes to carbs, and that's what we need to be really looking out for.
That's right.
What's the good?
So the good, we want to think of things like fibre. So fibre and our non-starchy carbohydrates. So we're looking for fruits and above ground vegetables, which provide an amazing array of phytonutrients and fibre. So fibre's particularly important for our dog's gut and bowel health. So we tend to see those non-starchy carbohydrates in the fresh raw foods.
Yes.
Just because of the amazing benefits to digestion, to immune health and just overall well-being.
Okay, and then we have the bad.
Yes, so we also find starch in some of our common root vegetables that are added to commercial pet food, so things like potato and cassava, which people might know as tapioca. It's also in our legumes, such as our lentils, peas and beans.
All right, so just because it says it's grain-free doesn't mean it doesn't have carbs.
That's right, and unfortunately, some of the grain-free products actually have higher levels of carbohydrates than the average.
Because they're using them instead. And then we have the ugly.
Yes, so the other source of starchy carbohydrates is cereal grains. So things like wheat, rice, barley, soy and corn. Because dogs are consuming such excessive amounts of carbohydrates or sugar now in their diets, we're seeing significant increases in rates of obesity in dogs and those conditions that occur as a result of obesity. So things like type 2 diabetes and heart disease, for example. Excessive sugar consumption can also increase the incidence of cancer and contribute to allergies and yeast infections. So for any owners who have dogs that are struggling with yeasty ears and skin conditions, it's absolutely essential that they consider how much sugar is actually in their dog's diet. And the best way for them to do that is to look at the guaranteed analysis table on the back of their pet food packet.
Okay, now it is not easy to work out the guaranteed analysis, but it is really important because it will allow you to determine the level of carbs in your dog's diet and how it differs across different diet types. So to help, visit the Big Dog Pet Foods website and check out how to read a guaranteed analysis on there.
Yes.
Thanks, Narelle.
Thank you.